Alrighty. I'm gonna be going over my Stranger Things top moments from episode 9 of season 4, the finale that was 2.5 hours long. And these are not gonna be in any particular order. Um but these are the best moments from that finale that I think happened. So, first moment, Hopper and Joyce finally kissing. Um So they're in the hideout or whatever. Yuri's trying to fix the plane. Yuri's on some bullshit. But they're changing clothes and we finally see the back of Hopper. I didn't realize how much weight he actually lost being in the Russian concentration camp. But his back looks horrible. Joyce notices while they're undressing. So you kinda get a feeling that they're about to finally have their moment, which we've been waiting on for feel like 2 seasons now. But they end up kissing. But this is my first death flag moment because I heard, you know, reviews, not reviews, but just rumors or whatever. There's a lot of deaths. So you kind of go into this last episode, thinking, who knows who's gonna freaking die. So you're watching it with, death flags. So I get my first death flag, which is usually predicting, hey, we're gonna go out when we get back or whatever. So usually making future plans rises up a death flag. So death flag number one, moment number one, Hopper and Joyce. Number two, and again, I'm kind of out of order. This is not an order. This is just kind of the next thing. So I haven't been a fan of Jason, the jock, the one that went nuts over his girlfriend dying or whatever. But he's like legit a psychopath. So him training, him meeting Nancy at the gun store acting all crazy. What kind of got me with him wasn't even the fight with Lucas, because I already knew Lucas wasn't gonna get to him, like talking or whatever. But there was a moment towards the end where the ripples start happening. He's knocked unconscious by Lucas, and the ripple goes through his body, and it's gonna be a little graphic, but you see his body split apart, burn apart, like his ribs, the yell, the agony. Goddamn. Like, just straight things got dark. So that was my second moment. The whole Jason storyline. But Jason's death shocked me. It kind of, wow. All right. So number three. So we all know Yuri's a dick. He's been a dick ever since we found out his character. He betrayed, Hopper to just get more money. He turned Dimitri in. So obviously threatening them wasn't really getting anywhere because they've been doing that all season. So Dimitri actually did the what I call the Naruto talk no jutsu to him. And he was like, hey, what happened to the hero that we all used to know? Now you're like screwing over everybody just to make a quick buck to send back to your family. If you fuckers all around, like, this isn't just like the American problem. This is fucking everybody's fucking problem. You might not have to deal with it here now. I mean, you see in the jail you saw the proof of like some shits happening, and you're still trying to screw them over. They're trying to save their town plus the world, and you're still fucking that up by being selfish. So Dimitri had that moment with Yuri. Yuri got some redemption, and by the end of it, he, takes the part that he took out of his pocket, fixes the helicopter. So Yuri's redemption, number three. All right, number four. So Max and Lucas go to the house where, Vecna did his like first real kill or whatever. to enact the phase one of the plan. So second death flag, because again, we're expecting it. We're expecting a whole bunch of deaths based on the rumors. So the moment that Lucas was like, movie Friday or movie whenever, Saturday, whatever he said, second death flag. And we already know that Max is all the talk about it happening. Like I feel like in most movies, like you never prevent what the bad thing's gonna happen happens. It happens always because you build that anticipation, but you have to let it happen and then stop it to get the resolution. I'm starting to learn that with most horror movies. So if you go into a horror movie or a suspense movie trying to prevent something from happening, it's gonna happen anyway. You just gotta learn how to deal with it after it happens. So I feel like we know what's gonna happen. We just didn't know how it was gonna happen. But we get the second death flag from Max, who's like, "Yeah, I'll go on a date with you, and we'll be holding hands and eating popcorn and stuff." So second death flag. Number 5, the whole Will and Jonathan moment, brother moment or whatever. So the previous episode, we kind of realized Will has the hots for Mike, which I don't know if the actor is actually gay in real life, because I know he hangs out with Eleven's actor Millie Bobby Brown, but you kind of see that in the car ride where he's like crying, talking to Mike. He's just a good dude. And then it's already hard now talking to your family about that. I don't know, it's more accepted now, but back then, in the time that the show's made, it's just a good moment. Jonathan's not like stoned out his mind. He's like, "Hey, bro, you my bro, love you. Talk to me," because he sees it. Will doesn't know that he sees it, but I think he figures it out at that moment. So that was a good moment. That's number 5 for me. Number 6, fucking Eddie. I'm gonna call it the greatest rock concert no one ever saw, because Eddie was fucking rocking that song. I'm not a big heavy metal guy or whatever, just because I like all music. I think I like everything except for country and just really country. Honestly, I don't like country. I'll listen to it, but not that like slow. I don't even know how to explain it. It was a whole nother topic. But number 6 was him rocking out on top of the trailer, doing this thing. I'm gonna actually couple that with his death too, because it's coming up. So what happens is he does the concert. They run back in the trailer. They distract all the bats or whatever. The bats break through the ceiling through like vents and stuff. So I don't want to say it was a needless sacrifice, but say he left with Dustin and went back to the regular world or whatever instead of upside down. Who's to say the bats wouldn't attack Nancy and all of them? So he cut the rope, try to keep Dustin safe, try to keep the bats occupied or whatever. So his final moments, his death, his thing of like not running away, facing whatever, and then Dustin telling his dad at the end, all that I would sum up as Eddie's moment, and that's the number 1 6 moment for me. Side note too, like Dustin told his dad, and his dad had the right to know or whatever, or no, was it his dad or his uncle? Shit, I can't remember. I feel like it's his uncle, but they're doing like the trend of all the new characters, they're dying each season, which I don't think it's like a big deal, but I don't want to always expect it. So if we get a new character next season, I don't want to expect them to die, but it's kind of happening. But all right, number 7. Number 7's a doozy because it's actually wrapped up with. All right, so number 7, Max versus Vecna. So we already talked about the whole Max and Lucas death flag thing, making plans for the future. So Max has like the coming to truth moment, like, hey, I had a bad time with my brother. I kind of really wish something bad would happen to him. You know, all that kind of stuff. So she does like the happy thoughts thing where it's her mind, he's coming in her mind, she can control where she's at. So she goes to like the prom where her and Lucas are dancing, happy moment. So, oh, dear Lord. So slowly, Vecna, Henry, number 1, starts infiltrating that happy memory, turned into a bad one. And he starts like damn near killing her. So fast forward a little bit, and again, it's kind of wrapped into a whole thing. Like number 7's not just like in order, but oh man, this is actually probably the moment where I had to pause the episode, put my hand on my mouth, kind of let it sink in. But so he gets her finally. You know, fast forward a couple minutes or whatever. He gets her. She floats in the air because Lucas is preoccupied with fucking Jason. Jason's dumbass. And the moment that my heart breaks is when her arm breaks. And then my heart breaks again when her leg breaks. And then my heart breaks again when the other arm breaks. And fucking shit. Like that broke me. Like Stranger Things started off as like this campy, we're gonna figure some shit out. We're teenagers or kids or whatever, riding bikes around, solving mysteries. It was this is the moment where I was like, fuck, nobody's safe. Felt like I was watching The Boys, or I was watching shit, I don't know. Like fucking Black Mirror or something. Nobody's safe. Golly, it was just something. If you watched that scene and you didn't feel nothing, I don't know. I don't know. But like just the you know, you watch all the other people, their bones are breaking. You don't have like an emotional attachment to them, but you've watched her beat the death. And then like the moment that Jason and Lucas is fighting and Jason steps on the Walkman, and you're like, okay, well that safety isn't there. 11's got to be there to do it. It fucking kills me. And then her death, like, so you think she's okay. You have a moment of relief where 11, and this is gonna be the next moment, but you have the relief where she gets saved. She doesn't get the final broken pieces. You know, she goes blind. She loses 3 limbs or whatever. You know, they're broken. They can get over time. She can get better or whatever. She might just have to be blind for the rest of her life. But you realize, like, fuck, we stopped. You get the relief. We stopped it. And I apologize for the backgrounds. 4th of July. Probably hearing some fireworks. So, again, apologize. But she still dies. And you're like, fuck. It happened. You're shocked. The bones are breaking. Lucas grabs her, talking to her. She's like, I don't want to die. It's not I don't want to go yet. Then she fucking dies. And you're like, fuck. Fuck me. Alright. So that happened. That's number 7. Number 8, which leads to why Max has the chance, is 11. All right, so 11 goes to battle. She, in a funny earlier part of the episode, same pizza franchise, same pizza type guy working the desk. They use the pizza bathtub, the freezer, or whatever, the piggyback as it's called. So Levin's in there. She saves Max from Vetka the first time in the prom scene or whatever, but we realize that Vecna's stronger. The doctor was right, and then Vecna reveals like, all right, so we kind of already alluded to this, but it got explained in more detail. Vecna Henry #1, he's the reason all this happened in the first place. Like the Upside Down was his own controlled area. Nothing was happening. He took the powder, the substance, the particles, or whatever you want to call it, that the Mind Flayer is made out of. He shaped it into what he drew as a child, that drawing or whatever. And he started all of this because, the particles, they go inside the Demogorgons or whatever, the Demodogs. And he's all one organism basically, and it's all coming from him. So, as the doctor predicted, he's stronger than 11. 11's not there, but the number 8 moment comes from Mike finally saying, "I love you" to 11. I didn't. It was special in the moment. I didn't really have a real like an impact to it. Just because I guess I'm older, like this is more of a teen moment or whatever. But it gives her the power boost. What the thing that got me is the moment where he does like the whole "I love you" thing, but him yelling the whole like, "You gotta fight, you gotta fucking fight, fight, fight," like he's yelling "fight." That's a better moment for me than him doing the whole "I love you" thing. But she needed to hear it. That was the whole reason why they argued in the first place. So that's number 8 for me. Number 9. Already. Fuck me. Number 9 is actually a couple moments. Number 9, we talked about it before. Max is fucking broken. She's broken. She's hurt. She's dead. All that happening. But Hopper versus the Demogorgon. Like he shoots not doing anything. Murray having a big moment, lighting the thing on fire. Murray been, you know what? I didn't like Murray in the previous season. But he's more useful. He has a particular set of skills, and he is. I'm not even gonna call him the MVP for the Russia storyline, but he's damn near there. Like Hopper's MVP, he's probably second. Like I know they couldn't do a lot of stuff without Dimitri, but fucking just him translating, him getting Joyce there, like just he's doing his thing. All right, so I don't know if anybody else made this reference, but I'm gonna make it. So Hopper picks up the sword. He does battle with the Demogorgon. What I got when he slices his head off is Neville Longbottom vibes when Neville picked up the sword of Gryffindor and sliced off Nagini's head. Sliced her in half or whatever. If you didn't feel that, you're not a Harry Potter fan, which I understand not everybody is, but I immediately thought of that. But that's my number 9 moment. Fucking Hopper doing Hopper shit, being the best version of Hopper there ever been. All the good stuff. All right. So number 10. the actual physical attack on Vecna. So we get the Molotov cocktails thrown at him. He's burning, he's on fire, which you would think going into it that wouldn't really hurt that much, because when he first got sent, he got hit with all the lightning and then his body changed or whatever. I would think with all his, and again, I apologize for all the fireworks because that's freaking happening. But you would think he'll be kind of okay with it, but all their weaknesses is fire, basically. That's why the flamethrower was so effective. So they did the fire thing. They did two of them actually. I was hoping for a grenade. I was thinking they had a grenade, but he took the shotgun to the shoulder. Most people probably was screaming shotgun to the face. I know I was. Nancy doing the thing, sawed off shotgun, did the trick. I don't know. I feel like the face might have been the best place. But clearly he survived, which is the bad thing. But number 10 moment, the attack on Vecna, lighting his ass on fire, skipping all the vines, like all the plans, the 4 phases of the main plan, 11 doing her thing, all the stuff in Russia, it all culminated to this moment to try to like actually kill his body that was there all along. So I think they did a good job wounding him, but I think he was right when saying like, it's already done, which he was kind of right and wrong, because number 11 broke me. All right, so we know that Max died, and then there's a moment where 11 she's like, nope, you're not dying. And they cut to another scene. I think they cut to like 2 weeks later, or no, I'm sorry, 2 days later, when things are kind of getting better, or not even better. People are moving. There's a shelter or whatever because of the earthquake, they call it, or whatever, but we all know what happened. But they meet Lucas, who's reading to Max's I'm just gonna say Max's hollow body. Well, we find out that Max died, and then the gates opened up or whatever, the ripples happened. 11 started her heart back and got her body back alive, but nobody's fucking home, and that's the hardest line of the movie. She's gone, and just her body's just there, and the only person who knows that is fucking 11, and she has to live with that. She has to live with, we need to keep this body alive, because as soon as that body's dead, like, it's happening. The whole Vecna thing is fucking happening, because it was already happening, because she actually died. She didn't even go through the full ritual with the fact that she died because of the breakage of her bones and all the other stuff, the blindness, he didn't finish it, but he got to enough, and that's why he was like, it's already done, you already lost, even though he didn't completely, she was still gonna die. But the fact that Lucas is like reading to her, but nobody's home, and that the whole scene that we find out later, because there's this, hey, they won, things are better, but it's not quite right. It's not quite right. Even the whole Jonathan Nancy thing, because Nancy's like, I kind of like Mike, not Mike, but what's his fucking name? Kind of like Steve. That's a whole nother thing. So all right, so it's 11. The darkest moment is fucking number 11. Nobody's home. She's just a puppet. And I'm curious to see if, because her body's an empty shell. Max is already gone. It's just her body now. I wonder if anything is gonna actually happen to her body. Like Vecna's body is pretty in bad shape probably. I don't know if he's gonna like get into her body or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like the body still needs to die for his plan to really be unleashed, even though at the very end, which we get the 12 moment, number 12, I would guess, we get the season 5 final season reveal that they're all staring, the upside down is leaking into the regular world, and we know we're getting season 5. I mean, it has to be. I know right now there's no dates to film. They haven't started filming, but we're freaking getting it. And now, again, sorry for the fireworks, but it's such a good episode. Like, I wouldn't mind if the final season was like this too. They released, let's say, 3 episodes, 4 episodes, regular length, and then wait a little bit, let it marinate, and then have like this movie. I wouldn't mind if this was like a 2-part movie. Like, they released one movie that was like 2-3 hours long, and then another movie that was like 2-3 hours long. Like, it feels like a different. It doesn't feel like the Stranger Things we started with. It feels just so much more high stakes, so much darker. So good. But the final scene, they're staring off in the distance. I half expected for 11 to like actually fly off. Like, given like we don't know what fucking power she has. She moves shit, she can infiltrate your mind, she can talk to your consciousness. Who's to say she can't fucking fly? I thought she was gonna fly off to the distance. All right, bonus moment. This doesn't count as 13. This is just a bonus. But the whole Nancy and Steve thing, we knew where this was going. It didn't wind up anywhere, just because I would imagine it's gonna get done within season 5, but because we know that Nancy and Jonathan, they're kind of on the outs. Like, it's growing apart. They're not really there. Nancy has that attraction to Steve, but they have that moment in the woods where Steve's like, "Hey, the dream I had, I told you about." Nancy's like, "Yeah." Steve's like, "Yeah, you were there. It was you." And I like me a little Nancy. Nancy's got Nancy hair. It's the hair for me. Her and Steve, with the hair that Steve has, they're gonna have some beautiful hair babies. But those are my top 12 moments. I didn't really have a number to it until just now. But hope you liked the video. Have a good one. Peace. All right, I apologize. Can't forget one of the best moments. Hopper and Eleven reunion. I had it wrote down. I had it on the list. But Hopper and Eleven reuniting for the first time in forever. And the whole joke about Hopper having the same haircut as Eleven. Like, it was a good moment. It was a good moment. So, yes. It's one of my favorite moments. If that needs a spot, that'd be number 13. But I do apologize for forgetting to put that in to the main video. All right, y'all have a good one.